Google is not just a company's name. It is a verb synonymous with web searching that was added to the Oxford English Dictionary in 2006. Search giant has played a defining role in the development of the internet, and this month, Google is celebrating its 25th birthday. Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin met in 1995 at Stanford University. With the web taking off, the two computer science students started working in their dorm rooms on a web search engine. At first, it was named Backrub. Well, thank God they changed it to Google soon after, because saying, "I just backrubbed this information" would sound odd. In 1996 to 1997, there were other web search engines, with AltaVista being the most used one. But Google changed the game with Page and Brin realizing something very important. At the time, search engines ranked websites based on the number of times a search term appeared on the page. Long story short, Page's and Brin's idea was to measure a web page's importance by how many other pages linked to it. Instead of just counting keywords, it assessed the quality and relevance of web pages. So, when the first Google search happened and the name Gerhard Casper was typed in, the web search engine showed the results for Stanford University president, not Casper, the friendly ghost, like it did on AltaVista. Google's first initial investment of $100,000 came from Sun Microsystems co-founder Andy Bechtolsheim. Page and Brin rented a garage owned by their friend and soon-to-be employee Susan Wojcicki. 25 years later, Wojcicki stepped down as YouTube's CEO. On September 4th in 1998, Google was launched, and it was the start of a magnificent journey of crushing opponents. Current Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, reflecting on Google's 25th birthday, said that the idea that a student in rural Indonesia could access the same information as a professor at Stanford was revolutionary. But it wasn't until 2000 that Google turned search into gold by selling keyword-based advertising. Now, advertising generates the majority of revenue. Last year, Alphabet Inc., the parent company of Google, reported an annual revenue of $279.8 billion. It is in the top 5 biggest companies by market cap, with its value being almost $1.7 trillion. Google is the most visited website and most dominant web search engine in the world, processing over 8.5 billion searches per day. Today, Google is more than a search box. It offers Gmail, Google Chrome, Google Maps, Google Drive, or even YouTube that was purchased by Google in 2006 for $1.65 billion. Many of Google's products, like Google Plus or Google Glasses, failed. The company was also criticized for tax avoidance when, in 2019, documents filed at the Dutch Chamber of Commerce showed that Google moved almost $23 billion through a Dutch shell company to Bermuda in 2017. From 2017 to 2019, the EU hit Google with more than $8 billion in fines for favoring its own shopping service in its search results, abusing its dominant position in online search advertising, and also for forcing Android phone makers to pre-install Google apps. Throughout the years, the tech giant faced numerous scandals, including employees protesting corporate culture, hiding data breaches, or getting fined $170 million for failing to follow certain child privacy laws. Now, Google has other challenges to overcome. Its dominance is being threatened by AI like ChatGPT. But what Google has learned over the past 25 years is to not go down without a fight. This year, the company launched its own chatbot, Bard. We have a strong belief that the world will still celebrate more of Google's anniversaries in the future.